Hello, hello. Welcome to Sophomore Seminar. So today we're going to step into our career cluster project. So in front of you, you have your computer screen. You're looking at the video, but you also have this lovely packet. First and foremost, please make sure your first and your last name is on your packet, the date, and the block in which you are in. That is so critical because if you leave this, I and Ms. Brawley are more than likely going to give you your packet back. If it has your name on it, or we might not. So let's make sure that we are being responsible. So we are transitioning into a career cluster project. So the last two classes, we did a couple of things. We focused on college, different types of colleges, different types of degrees, and some various different jobs that you can get. That was only a small glimpse of how many jobs are out there. And then we transitioned to the second day last week. We transitioned into career clusters. So at this point, you might have been feeling like you don't get it when I said associate's degree or bachelor's degree. But at this point, you should understand and have an awareness that if I want to get a certificate, I have to go to what type of school? Right, a technical school. Now, I know that if I want to go get a bachelor's degree at a university, that my schooling might last between what year type? Correct, 3 to 7. So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not understand, but what is important is to make sure that we are constantly learning and constantly trying to figure out the things that we are good at and the things that we want to do. In life, it isn't just going to happen. We have to work for it. And so we have to put in the work now because honestly, we don't know what's going to happen in 2 to 3 years. I promise you that 2 years ago, if you would have told me I would be at this specific place with these certain things going on in my life, I would have thought you were hilarious, and that wasn't true. I wouldn't have even been able to imagine that. So it's really important that we consistently are seeking knowledge and seeking to do the best that we can. But we're also being aware that we probably need some sort of education after high school in order for us to have the best opportunities as possible to get some of that better paying jobs in the better work environments. So we know that after high school, it might be best for us to get some sort of education. Whether that's training, apprenticeship, certificate, an associate's degree, a bachelor's, and then after that, we might need to take the steps to get a master's degree and to get a doctoral degree. Now we're doing this project, this career cluster project, so that way we can create goals and we can have a better understanding of who we are and what we're trying to achieve. So we need to be aware, oh man, I actually think being a firefighter or being a nurse is really cool. If I want to be a firefighter, I know that I'm going to have to go to the firefighter academy. But if I want to be a nurse, I'm either going to have to get an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree, and that's going to require me to kind of step up my game in class. So that way I have a decent GPA and ACT score to get in the school I want to go to, but also so that way I can have some scholarship money because I know my parents can't afford to help me pay for school, and I don't want to have a lot of debt. So something to keep in mind. I've been out of school now for 5 years, out of college for 5 years, and I have a lot of debt. And I would rather not have that. And if I would have worked a little bit harder or maybe not taken as much money, I would be in a different situation. I want you to have goals so that way when you leave high school, you're feeling well equipped. And then that way you can have a lot of happiness and whatever you do, and that you're financially stable because you have a source of income coming in and you're happy. The main idea of this project is planning for the future. So what are career clusters? We know that there are 16 career clusters, and that career clusters is a group of jobs and industries that are related by skill or product. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to use our YouScience results from last year and do research on these careers. The research will focus on careers that best match your personality, strengths, and aptitudes, the career cluster that those careers fall under, and the education requirement for those careers. Okay, so we are really thinking about our future. A lot of kids get to high school and get to college and they still don't know what to do. And it's totally okay if you graduate and you're still not positive, but we want to be more aware of the different pathways that we could take or that we're interested in. And what are we already naturally good at? So we're going to use our aptitude information. By the end of the project, you will know what careers you should consider, what clusters those careers fall under, and the educational level you need to get those jobs, both in and out of state programs and colleges that can lead to that career. So we are going to say, bam, I think this career is awesome. It needs this education. I would need to study this program or take this major at this specific school. And these are some schools that I can go to, okay? What's really important is not every school has a program that you're interested in. And so we need to be making educated choices, and we need to understand now what schools have these programs and how we could be working right now in sophomore and junior year to get into these schools and consider going to these schools. So I am going to go back here. So looking at the project description. So using your science results, you'll create a vision board. So we're going to do a couple steps, and then at the end, we're going to create a little vision board, aka similar to a one-pager. These vision boards can be paper or on Google Slides. These vision boards will show you 2 different careers that you would be interested in exploring further in the future. One vision board has to be based on a career that requires a bachelor's degree. Now, why do we do that? Because you have to apply and get into a 4-year university. Do you have to go? You all should have said no. Do I want you to consider going? All of you. Yes, I do. I think you are all capable human beings, and I want every single option available to you. I want you to be able to brag to your friends and say, yeah, I could have done whatever I wanted because I set myself up for success. But that means that you have to dig deep inside yourself and make it happen. So we need to be able to research some stuff for a 4-year degree, a bachelor's degree. The other vision board can be based on a career with any level of education achievement. So it could be as just a certificate, or it could be high as a doctoral degree. Okay. The vision board will include your name, the career, the cluster the career belongs to, the level of educational investment, salary, where you would go for school within Tennessee, and what majors and programs of study you would choose to study. Okay. Now, what's really, really important during this project, do this project step by step. Please do not skip steps, and please make sure your steps are complete and in detail before you move on to the next one, okay? We need to work quickly and efficiently. Leave the packet with your seminar teacher every day. You should not be taking this home for homework, and you should be getting everything done in class. Every day's work counts as a participation grade. You will present the final project to your peers. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and step into logging into our accounts.